In the redevelopment of the Phillipsburg downtown, it is very likely that the Opportunity Zone funding will play a role in attracting developers to redevelop areas within the Opportunity Zone. In this video, there will be a discussion of the Opportunity Zone funding. Some things discussed are, what is it? How does a developer get hooked into this so they can get the tax breaks? If there are limits on the capital gains tax breaks, are the tax breaks gobbled up on a first-come, first-served basis? I wish to give thanks to Council Vice President DeGerolamo for providing some useful information and some good answers. Enjoy the video.
Hi there, David Morrisette, 5 Fairview Heights, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. A topic that's come up, and I'm looking for a little bit more information on if somebody can help me out. We have this thing called the Opportunity Zones, and that's something that is very likely to help induce developers come into town. And Council President Fulker, I believe you mentioned that you had done some research on the Opportunity Zone information. And before I start, a fellow by the name of Keith Zwicker, who was presiding over the planning board, made, I thought, was a really interesting statement. And Councilwoman DeGerolamo, you may remember this. Keith Zwicker made the comment when we were talking. You know the stars are aligned when Cory Booker and Donald Trump agree on the same thing. And this was part of the tax plan that came, and this was something that Cory Booker and Donald Trump agreed on, and they were looking at these opportunity zones to help spur development in areas that were in need of development. So I have a question, actually. There's $1.5 billion in capital gains breaks. The town's not actually going to get any money, or the developer's not going to get any money to build whatever he's going to build. What happens is, at some point, he's probably going to sell his property. Is that the way it works, guys? And then the capital gains is the money he makes over and above what he's invested in the property. And so he doesn't have to pay tax on that gain.
Yeah, it's after 10 years. So they have to invest and remain.
For 10 years.
And that's one of the great things
If
about
it's
this.
10 years, it's maximized. If it's 5 years, it's reduced.
Right, so they get a break if they sell, like in 5 years. They get a bigger break if they sell at 10. At 15, it's like no capital gains tax at all.
Actually, I think it's after 10 it maxes.
10 at maxes, okay. How does the developer get hooked into that break?
Well, that's a very good question. When you, well, I don't know exactly what he's asking. Are you asking how do we go out and grab the developer and bring him into Phillipsburg?
No, a developer can come in and he can put money into.
Right, I know how it works. I'm just asking what you were asking.
Yeah.
Could you clarify for me?
So how does he, is it any developer who comes and invests in a property here can say, oh, I invested in a property that's in this opportunity zone. So after 10 years, if I sell this, I get the capital gains break, or does he have to register with the government in order to say up front, I'm participating in this?
So the government has established, not government actually, there are private investment firms that have established specific funds set up for companies. The companies have to basically sign up with that company. It's basically an investment firm is where they sign up, and that all channels through them, and they do all the documentation. There's actual companies set up exactly for that.
So these are the companies that I'm seeing on the internet right now?
Yes.
And they're trying to...
Go through us for your opportunity zone opportunity, yes.
Okay, and they're going out to towns.
They say, hi, I went to this town, I invested this amount of money, and that's how it's controlled.
Okay.
Beyond that, I know the basics,
Right.
I know the Cliff Notes, not the diary.
Yeah, I see out on the web, these companies are saying, come to us, and we're gonna help you book into towns and get stuff going, and we're gonna, so there's a $1.5 billion cap on the capital gains tax breaks, is that right? Okay. So, is it like first come, first served who get in on the deal, or how's that work? Okay, I'm just asking questions because I don't know the answers, and I was, you know.
Is it that you don't know the answers, or are you trying to get us to answer them? Because Mr. Morrisette, you're a pretty smart guy. Let's not play politics tonight. I've had enough of it. So let's be honest with each other, right? I agree with the Riverfront redevelopment plan. You agree with the Riverfront redevelopment plan. The opportunity zone exists. If investors wanted to come in today, they could. We don't even need to pass that piece of paper for them to come in here today, because that Riverfront redevelopment plan is still in existence from 2013. The mayor posted on his Facebook a letter from a gentleman who said he was drawn here in 2014 by the Riverfront redevelopment plan. That means he was drawn here by the Riverfront redevelopment plan that was passed in 2013, not the one in 2017, unless he has foresight, right? Which I don't believe that he does. He was drawn here by that program. The opportunity investment, the opportunity zone, which is an absolutely wonderful program. Thought it was a classic comment by saying Cory Booker and Donald Trump are on the same page. Is in existence, it can happen, but why aren't they coming here? And I think I have a reason why they're not coming here. Because you see what's happening here in Phillipsburg right now? Do you see the current climate? And Mr. Morrisette, all of us are guilty. All of us. Because until we start acting and behaving like adults, because of politics, you know that silly word, Democrat, Republican, because for whatever reason, here in the town of Phillipsburg, everyone lets it divide us. We don't move forward. And you can say what you wish, but I've seen what you've written, okay? I would like you to go to my Facebook, and I'd like you to take a look at what I've written. Because I can promise you this, the one thing I've never done is spoken ill of a Democrat because they're a Democrat. I stand by my convictions, and I will always put Phillipsburg first. And unfortunately, do you think I take any, I'm not proud of what I had to do here tonight. That's the second time that has happened. But the investors aren't coming here because of this. Because the possibility's there. The opportunity zone exists, the Riverfront redevelopment plan exists. If they wanted to invest, they'd be here at our door.
Okay. Council President, the reason I'm asking these questions is because I don't know the answers. And I think there are people, such as myself, there are other people in the audience that are curious how the opportunity zone works. That's the only reason I'm asking the questions. I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot. I'm just trying to figure out how it works.
Forgive me, and I apologize.
Okay. No worries. Okay, thanks guys. Appreciate it.